Save the Children, Doctors Without Borders, Oxfam International, they're among global aid agencies warning of chaos, starvation and death in Gaza and calling for the blockade to end. The joint statement comes 2 months after the Israeli-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation took over aid distribution. Blake Sifton reports from Tel Aviv.
More than 100 aid organizations said in a statement released on Wednesday that starvation is spreading across Gaza and accused Israel of aid siege. In recent days, Israeli authorities have said that they have not identified starvation in Gaza and blamed the UN for failing to bring in the aid that is waiting at crossing points between Israel and Gaza that they say is piling up. In turn, the UN has blamed Israeli restrictions and the difficulty in obtaining permits to bring that aid into Gaza for why they are not able to bring enough aid into the Strip. They have said that if they do not get hard-to-obtain approvals to coordinate their aid convoys with Israeli authorities, those convoys are often fired on by the Israeli military. Meanwhile, on Tuesday night, protesters marched through the streets of Tel Aviv towards the country's defense ministry headquarters, holding the photographs of children that are reported to have died from starvation in Gaza in a rare protest calling for an end to the war and the end to the suffering of the Palestinians in Gaza. Separately, U.S. Special Envoy for the Middle East, Steve Witkoff, is reportedly going to travel to Rome on Thursday to meet with Israeli and Qatari officials in an effort to push forward progress in ceasefire talks underway in Doha. If those talks in Rome are successful, it is believed that Witkoff will then travel to Doha, Qatar, and his presence there at the talks would be viewed as a sign that progress is being made and a breakthrough could be near. The talks have stalled in recent days over the issue of where Israeli forces will redeploy to during the ceasefire that is envisioned. However, there are reports that Israeli negotiators have softened their demands on that front in recent days, and negotiators are now waiting to hear Hamas's response to the new proposals. Blake Sifton, CNA, Tel Aviv.